Welcome to Slamfire Radio, episode 524, recording live on Wednesday, September 20th. I'm one of your hosts, Mo.
And Adriel's muted, and I am Kyle.
I am Random Dave.
I said it. I
Once
said it
actually
right
having the show notes up, and Adriel messed up and I didn't, so yes.
I saw his lips move. I saw him trying to talk, and
Trying isn't
I
doing.
did talk. I didn't
Trying isn't doing.
I was muted. It didn't work. And we are joined with special operative in the field, Mike from Team Apex and Banyak Precision.
Oh, Mike.
Hello.
And the CCFR.
And the CCFR. And probably like many other things, but we don't want to name all the lists he's on just yet.
Okay.
There's at least one or two watch lists.
I was going to say we're on a lot of lists. All of us
is that
are.
it?
Favorite Canadian podcasts. We're on that list, right?
I hope so.
Wholesome Canadian podcasts. Oh, another
More
list.
RCMP and CSIS listeners per capita than any other podcast out there.
Something to be proud of. So let's get started. We will start with Dave. What did you do in guns last week?
Now I'm
Since-
muted.
Everybody's muted.
Mhm.
Everybody's muted. It's a muted type of day. Been doing it's been like a month and a half since I've been able to I was all set up a couple weeks ago there, and then we took a hiatus, and I'm sitting there by myself feeling lonely and sad.
Oh, yeah, our week off. That's right.
No, that was the week I was available. I had time. Doing lots of ORA plinking days, ORA intro days. I've been out with a couple other clubs. Out at Borden, so I've been out there a lot. Did a Sega Paintball Big Game. Did a sporting rifle day with Chris W. about a month ago. That went really well. I shot the ORA rifle, CQC, and NSCC pistol at Borden a couple weekends ago, and my rifle was not zeroed. Well, I thought it was zeroed, but it turned out it was not. So all of my nice V-bull hits were like 3 inches too low. So I had a real nice group in Urban Prone, 3 inches low. So instead of all being V-bulls, it was all twos. So I was slightly annoyed with that. I came in second from the bottom, and I don't think the other guy that was under me, I'm pretty sure his gun didn't work because his score was half of mine, and mine was quite low. I think I was like 310 out of 550 or something like that, which is not great. I got to shoot with Bolivar, so that was amazing. He was shut up, Chris. No one loves you. Chris W. just said nothing but excuses. Well, my shoes were tied together. The sun was in my eyes. The wind was in my face. It was just terrible.
I thought Bolivar just bikes these days. Does he even shoot it? Does he even have any guns? I thought he sold them for like a caliper on his bike.
Yeah. Yeah, given what his bikes are worth, that would be about right. But no, he was out. He had his who's that company whose pistols I hate? U.S. Canadian military uses them. Very high, very lots of height over bore.
High power?
SIG.
Oh,
SIG
SIG
he's shooting his SIG 320 and did very, very well. He's got an optic enabled one, and Chris W. sporting rifle there. We were doing a last man standing where you stand at 5 yards, and you basically got 30 seconds to fire 10 rounds into a target, and anybody who hits outside of the V-bull is out, and then you just reduce the timings and then reduce the distance until there's only one person left. And I came in 3rd out of 9 with my handgun, so I was pretty
good.
Good.
Yeah, and it was Bolivar and Chris that outshot me, and they both got optic equipped pistols. So I'm like, I don't feel bad about that. That's fine.
Practically cheating, those guys.
Yeah, they got cheaters on them, yeah.
I know. I was first place loser, so I was very happy with that, considering how the rifle match went. And what else did I do? I shot the Devore for the rifle match and the CQC match, so I was really quite pleased with that. Steve B loaned me a CERT pistol to play with, so thank you, Steve. I'm going to mess about with that this winter. And this Saturday, I'm going to see Bolivar and our good friend Kelly at Maple Seeds. I'm super excited about that.
Kelly.
Yeah.
Is Bolivar going to bring a center fire? Is he going to bring like an AR? What was he shooting for a rifle?
Sterling.
Is he going to run that?
SA, whatever the hell it is.
R18 Mark II or 3 or
Probably, I'm guessing that's what he's going to be shooting. I'm going to shoot my Tavor. So we'll see how that works for Maple Seed, because I ain't going to be slinging up too much. We'll figure it out. I don't know how that's going to work, but that'll be fun. So I'm going to bring that.
Could be interesting.
Yeah, I'm going to bring that because I want to get rifleman with a Tavor, because I don't know anyone's done that before. So I want to do that.
Not anyone in Alberta, that's for sure.
Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be cool. And that's it. How about you, Mo? What have you been up to?
Not much this weekend. I registered for an IPSC match for this Saturday at the Masca Club in St. Dominic, Quebec. Turns out it'll be the last outdoor one of the year for me anyways. There was supposed to be an Ontario match at Eastern Ontario, but it got canceled for whatever reason. But so that's it. So I'm gonna try and enjoy it as it being the last one before we move to the indoor season.
Nice.
And then I mentioned last week that the barrel that I ordered from IBI for my rimfire arrived.
Ooh.
So it's there it is on camera. Okay, so it's
nice
1 in 12 twist, 24-inch, and it's 1 in 1.125 contour. And she's
heavy.
That is
for our podcast listeners. Yeah, thick.
Yeah, she's beefy.
That is thick with 3 C's.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just the way I like them. So now it's got to go on the Voodoo. So yay. And really that's it for me. So I didn't do anything else.
What is that going to make your Voodoo weigh?
Well, I'm hoping to take, because I have an 18-inch barrel on it now, and I have the chassis weights in the front, like 2 chassis weights in the front. So I'm hoping that I could take them out after putting this in, but I'll see once it's balanced.
Gotcha.
So hopefully it'll be similar weight to what it is now, because it already weighs too much. But
what does it actually weigh?
Probably 23, 24 pounds, something like that.
What the hell? Oh my God.
Yeah, that's why at the ORPS when we had 3 stages of like maple seeds type of like unsupported, my arm was gonna fall off. So
and I noticed that it's you've got a threaded end, so you could put a comp on there as well if you wanted.
yeah. It's got the what is that, half by 28?
Yeah.
Yeah, 28.
Nice piece.
How about you, Adriel?
Richard was just mentioning and says that it's threaded for a quietener. Suppressors are illegal in Canada, right?
Yeah.
I've been doing some stuff. I shot the BCL Siberian Thursday night at the fun shoot, and it went poorly. So it was a carbine.
How poorly did it go, Adriel?
Didn't go well. Yeah, I lost a substantial amount of time just trying to clear. It was great remedial practice.
Yeah,
boy, I got some good practice with the jams. Yep. So I brought it out on Thursday. I went early to go set it in first. I loaded a mag in, racked the charging handle. Click. That's not a good start. Yeah. And then I had a couple of rounds in that first mag where the bolt locked back, even though there was ammo still in the mag, which was not promising. And then I shot the match, and it just did that lots.
It's open bolt.
Kind of, yeah. Or just like every once in a while, you just have to like look over and be like, oh, and then just like rack it and load it up again. I checked. So I got home. I checked with the magazines in there. Does the little finger like interfere with the mag or something like that? Is that why it's like hitting and bumping open? No, not so much. So I don't really know why, but it was happening to a lot of the other guys that were shooting that rifle. So
BCL, bad competition long gun.
Ouch.
Yeah. I put an article out on it. My video editor is working on the video right now, so that'll come out. I don't know, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whenever he feels like it.
It looks pretty though. They're such a sexy looking gun.
They're sexy looking, and there's like so many cool features on them. I just wish they worked. Yeah, I showed it last week, didn't I? Did I show it last week?
I don't. No,
I didn't show it. I must have shown it. No,
I'll show it off again.
Show it off. What the hell?
I've got it set up. I've got it set up for accuracy testing, so I got a big honking scope on there. But your standard folding stock. Can't shoot with the stock folded, but I don't really care about that kind of stuff. Ambi safety on it. Extended magazine release. Chamber's empty right now. The worst trigger. About 9 pounds.
Nice.
8-9 pounds. Yep. Bolt hold open that sometimes works. Sometimes if you press this bolt hold open, it drops. Sometimes it didn't. So I couldn't reliably use that. So I used the charging handle on the side, which worked every time. And there's no like vent holes on the top, just on the sides here. So if you shoot it and it gets hot, it's just going to be hot. It's not going to do a good job of like getting the heat out. Looks sweet though. Looks like great. And there's a couple things that are actually really good. The takedown on this thing is badass. So one pin at the back. Out that goes, and she opens up.
Nice.
And it's got a captured recoil spring assembly for the bolt. So
that's fabulous.
That's a really great thing to have on a rifle where you need to pull the bolt out every once in a while, right? So I have yet to take it out to the range and accuracy test it. That's what I'll be doing on Thursday.
Is that cut out underneath the forearm there? Is that actually just decorative, or is that what is that?
Are you talking about like what's right here?
Yeah.
So that's where you put your hand. That's about where the gas. Yeah, the gas piston is right here. So these extra closed slots on the bottom means that we're going to, have less gas coming out the bottom, I guess. But yeah, it's like a little bit of a scalloped kind of a hand. Put your hand here, kind of a thing. Now that also means that there's a ridge there, so you couldn't put an M-lock, like you couldn't bridge there because there's actually a step. It's not the same height. But I don't know. I don't really tart up my rifles with a whole bunch of M-lock stuff anyways. I don't put the PEC and the all the other stuff on there, all the night vision
AR
stuff.
laser, IR laser.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So
that goes on top anyways, your PEC. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. I could put that on top. And then some flashlights and stuff on the side, whatnot. Bipod on the bottom. Bipod that's also a foregrip. Or maybe both. Anywho, I don't put that crap on my rifles.
Maybe we'll make it work better.
Maybe. That was Thursday. I went up to Fort Mac on Friday night and did a maple seed out there. Good time. There's a couple of interesting things I saw. One was I had a couple of people who had really big POI shifts so they sighted in the rifles day before, and they were good shooters. I believe them. Morning of, their POI was really off. So we dialed in, get to the AMC, dialed in, all that kind of stuff. Get later on to the MQTs, their POI is off back to where it was yesterday. So like when they sighted in the day before, when it was hot, they had sighted in for a certain, zeroed for a certain hit. And the next day when it was cold, it was like way off. And one of them was a carbon fiber barrel, and it was way, way off, like 12 MOA off. I don't know, 1022. Yeah, like I've never seen that big of a shift. I've never seen like a 10-12 MOA shift.
No.
Just from temperature. He didn't change his ammo, nothing. So it's kind of wild. And then one thing, like I got home, I unpacked all the Maple Seed loaner rifles, and all the loaner rifles are just covered in like vet wrap and foam, like all over the place. I'm like, that's it. I got Kydex. I'm putting like adjustable cheek rests on fucking everything. So I made a bunch of these adjustable cheek rests, and just believe me, they all have them now. They all have them. Right, grab one. Oh, that's the budget version. Here, let me get the better one. There's the better one. So it's nice and high up here. And you could put 100% of the weight of your head on there. And there's still some movement up and down that you've got on this thing where you want to. It looks like that's not in line, but this is actually in line with the scope and the barrel. It's just the stock like slants down so much on these things that's what it looks like. Anyway, because Ruger 1022 stocks are stupid. That's not the only stupid thing about them. Like the other thing, if I had a better solution, I would do something about this nonsense. This cutout here, like what is this? A machine gun from World War One? I need like a scalloped butt pad to hold the recoil in there. Give me just a flat thing here; it would be fine. Then people could like put it up, and instead of like, you know, a lot of the times they'll have it high up on their shoulder when they're standing, and it's like that, right? It's silly. Anyways.
I'm not a huge fan. Like I like my 1022, but there's so many things about them that are just shit design that it's frustrating. And they've been
Why don't
around
they just fix it?
the 60s.
Yeah, but like, okay, that stock might have been cool in the 60s, but like we're in the 2020s here. Like maybe update it. Maybe don't do that anymore.
Yeah, get rid of the bolt catch and
They did it on the PC carbine. I can't see why they wouldn't do it on anything else. Okay, let me go through some other stuff here. My SFRC order came in. I got a bunch of like black powder stuff because I'm going to do some black powder hunting here. I got some of these little guys here. So this is like you put your black powder bullet in that side and you put your powder in the other side, and they're more or less watertight, more or less. So I can take those to my brother's place and shoot a deer, whatever. I got a bunch of like barrel stall and cleaners and that kind of thing. And I also got, this is the real reason I bought from SFRC. They had some Savage shotguns. I think these are the 320s, right? For $200 even. Like $199.
What?
So I had to get one. And I don't really like cylinder bore shotguns though. Like they're not really useful for much, but if I need a pump action for PAL course, $200, can't beat it. Can't beat it for the price. And then I was thinking about, so I've got this straight pull rifle. This guy here, it's an SBI, so it's a straight pull 223. I got to use my AR barrel on it and all this other kind of stuff. I was like, boy. I watched this video from Hoploff File. He did one on 300 Blackout, and he was talking about how crap it is and all that kind of stuff. But he was saying, but if you want to go for a short barrel thing, like maybe you could, use that. I'm like, boy, if I could get decent performance out of like a 10-inch barrel, that might be interesting. Because I could get a 10-inch barrel 300 Blackout and maybe use that as like a short range, like hunting rifle. And for reference, the size that this thing is going to be something like this. So this is my my mini AR that I had built back in the days when these things were a thing, and it's very light. And I imagine like climbing up a tree stand or something like that, having that just like with a 2-point sling on you.
That'd be awesome.
I like the idea. So I ordered a 300 Blackout barrel. Blackleaf Industries actually had a killer price on them, 200 and something, 230, I think. For a 300 Blackout barrel, 10-inch, 10 and a half. I did some measuring, and with a certain stock combo, I can get that 26 inches OAL, just like a half-inch too long, which is what I want. So it's going to be short. It's going to be a tiny little package, straight pull, 300 Blackout.
Nice.
I may not get it in time for hunting season, just given the fact that it's going to be 4 to 8 weeks to get it in from the States and whatever, but. We will see. And I talked to SBI. I'm like, yo, can I get another one of those uppers? He's like, maybe I got one of those. So I'm going to see if I can get one of those from those guys. And then I thought, well, I could make some ammo. I've got like a whole crap load of 223 cases, powder, bullets. I got all the stuff I need, right? Rifle primers, Magnum rifle primers if I need. But maybe that's bragging a little bit too much, right? So I got this. This is baby's first chop saw. It's for when they want to be working on. It's just a step up from those Fisher Price toys that the kids get, but it's a tiny little 2-inch chop saw. This is for cutting the cases down. So I'm going to get those 223 cases. I'm going to cut I don't know, like 200 of them down, and I'll size them first, then cut them down, and then chamfer and whatnot, and should be good to go. So
Neat.
Chop those things.
Nice.
It's like
Well, I mean, how else would you chop them down to size without like just trimming the whole damn? Like, there's a bunch that you'd have to trim out, and if you used like a power trimmer on there, it would take so long. So I'm gonna chop and then do a final trim maybe to length, or maybe I'll chop and then chamfer and not even bother with the depending on how square this thing cuts and how nice it cuts. I guess, like, can I just chamfer it afterwards? It's interesting. I'll find out. Yeah, I'm gonna make a pile of 300 blackout ammo because might as well have it on hand. And yeah, a whole bunch of gun stuff this week. This weekend, I'm gonna be heading down to KGAC. That's in Canmore for a double header. That'll be like a camping maple seed extravaganza, and it should be good. So I don't know, like 10 hours of driving last weekend, 10 hours of driving this weekend coming up, but a whole bunch of maple seed. Yeah, and they've been treating us really well at Kananaskis too. They've got they filled their line to both days, which we love to see because for a long drive. But if I do 2 days full of students, fantastic. I'll do that drive every day, right? That's definitely worth it. So should be good. Sporting Rifle saying arrow saw cuts very straight. Is this what an arrow saw is? Would this be like an arrow saw? I guess you could use this for cutting arrows, right? I don't know. Anyways, I have no idea what else you would use this for. What else would you use? Like the smallest, crappiest I have a miter saw for wood. I don't have a blade for it or whatnot, and I wouldn't really want to put my fingers that close.
Use it for plumbing.
Plumbing,
cutting piping.
Yes, yeah, plumbing. I guess, yeah.
But for other Smurfs,
torturing Smurf fingers, yeah, perfect for your fingers. Maybe, yeah. Anyways, that's about it for me. Kyle, did you go? I don't think you get.
I have not.
I didn't see your cooler rifle come out.
Well, I shot the local USPSA match on Saturday morning, and it was a good day out. But last minute, I decided that I was going to shoot carry optics instead of limited. So I shot the Zev, and we'll say it was a day. I had pretty much a similar experience to you in the rifle at your match, Adriel.
Yeah. I had a good excuse though. I had from a manufacturer who's known for unreliability.
So I had pretty much every issue. It didn't want to feed, it didn't want to extract, and it was just it was one of those days. The shooting, once bullets came out the end, it was good. I was pretty happy with my movement, but yeah, there was just so many malfunctions. So definitely got some training in on the malfunctions. And yeah, so that was Saturday morning. And I was mentioning my optics ray slide for the Taurus, and that actually came in, and so got that put on. And my brother had given me
that looks
this
so good.
It's so
Shield
tiny.
SMS2 red dot, so it's
Nice.
really, it's always on. It auto adjusts to ambient light for the dot, and it's on there pretty good. So we'll see how that goes.
Nice.
That looks slick. That looks so good.
So sexy.
Oh, yeah.
Fits the gun really well.
Yeah, nice and small.
Yeah.
And then there was a gun show this weekend, so went to that. We went Saturday afternoon, looked around, and a local manufacturer, Cavan's Armory, they had, I was checking out their stuff, and they had a PCC there. It was like $750 for a little 9mm, and so I thought, well, sleep on that. And so I did, and figured, okay, you know what, yeah, sure, I'll buy it. Went back Sunday, and they had actually sold the last one. So I was standing there talking with a buddy, and one sales guy came back up to me and he said, "Oh, well, he has the parts. He can build you one if you want."
Oh, wow.
So I ran over, started talking with him, and ended up, instead of an off-the-shelf, building a new PCC. And like the service from them. So the gun show was was closed at 4:00 on Sunday, and I got a text at 8:00 Sunday night saying it's built, just need the parts that I was going to supply.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah. So I happen to have this red grip that I had pulled from Rocky Mountain, charging handle, and the Phase 5 lever from my old AR build. So I'm like, yeah, I'll throw that on there. And so 16-inch barrel and 16-inch handguard. And I love how close it comes to the muzzle there. Just halfway into the threads. Like that. So MOE stock, we'll see. I might switch that out. And yeah. I bought probably the cheapest optic I could find for it. It's this company IJK Optics out of the Phoenix area. It's $80, so it'll get me running for now until I decide what I want to put on here. But it's kind of interesting because it has 4 different reticles that you can go with. You can go with a dot, a circle, crosshair, and then crosshair with the circle.
Okay.
And then you can also change it between red or green dot.
Nice.
So actually quite feature friendly. Nice wide open. Got it set up here, and yeah, pull up on the rifle and it's right there. So
Who's the manufacturer on the rifle?
it is Cavern's Armory, and they build right here in town in Carlsbad. So
Cool.
it's their handguard and their receivers. It's just got a basic trigger in there. I'm just waiting for my Timney to come in to drop in to that. And like I said, I still got to decide what I want to ultimately run for an optic on it. I did order a compensator for it. I did a bunch of looking, and it looks like it should be here Saturday, but this is the comp I ended up buying for it. It's a S&J Customs, fully tunable, and it is going to look good on that, especially with the handguard being so close like that. So yeah, that should be here Saturday. Yeah.
Very cool. Nice.
And then yeah, I think that's about it. I got some more work done in the studio, got some cameras working and whatnot, so I'm getting closer there. But Richard's saying red accents, nice to see you. Not quite gone full red, white, and blue yet. That one will come, I'm sure.
Eagle on the side of it.
Well, that's background on my phone already.
Nice.
Yeah, that's it for me. How about you, Mike?
Oh, last weekend I attended both the CRPS in Kananaskis and the X-22 on Sunday, which was interesting, trying to shoot 5 different disciplines with one rifle. And came home from Calgary, and it was get a bunch of hard gases together, cut foam, and get ready to fly to CRPS Nationals this weekend. And that's
busy.
Busy-ish.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah. Nothing too crazy.
Okay. I think that's everyone, right? So we can get into upcoming events. And I lost my sheet for a second. So we have which Mike just mentioned. We have the CRPS Nationals in Avonmore, Ontario. That's going to be this weekend. 20 stages over 2 days, so the 23rd and the 24th. You can still there's still some spots remaining, so you can register on Practice Score. So come out if you're anywhere near the area. There's the SPFGA Milsurp Madness 2-gun event on September 23rd. And then
that's at Sherwood Park. So
Sherwood
that's like
Park.
Milsurp, or if you don't have Milsurps, then bring what you got.
Okay. And then there's the Chaz Ladies Day on October 14th. And then there's the BTSA IPSC Rifle and PCC match on October 21st. And then
Do they make the PCC people shoot like long range and just say deal with it? Sorry, rifle or PCC, but you're gonna have to shoot 300 and 400 yards.
Sure.
Well, Taylor's putting it on. I'm pretty sure he probably won't care either way.
Probably not.
And then we have the IPSC Ontario Shotgun Provincials, which is going to be September 29th to October 1st. It's in Waterloo, Ontario, 14 stages. And for registration, it's not on Practice Score. You have to log into the IPSC Ontario website. I think they already have over 90 shooters registered, so that should be good. And then Dave, do you want to talk about upcoming ORA events?
Yeah, if you go to OntarioRifleAssociation.ca, click on events. If you're in Southern Ontario or mostly at Borden, I think they're all at Borden this year. We've got a CQC match coming up on, never mind, that was last week. Hold on. I'm broken. Hold on. I had the calendar, but now it's not loading. Oh, God.
We're not going
okay.
anywhere.
So, October the why is this not working? We've got a short range. We've got a precision match, a precision rifle sniper match on the October the 8th. We've got a short range practice, which is just a fun plinking day, 15 and 100 yards, October 15th. Chris W. has a sporting rifle on the 21st. And we've got an intro practice day on the 22nd. And then November 4th, we've got a CQC match. So go on the OntarioRifleAssociation.ca, click on the calendar, and all the stuff's on there.
Nice. Thank you, Dave. We will get into the news. CTC Supplies is closing, and they currently have 30% off until September 30th.
Looking for any AR stuff. They got a pile of that stuff. So.
And
Yeah,
nice
it's too
job.
bad they're shutting down. I liked ordering from them.
Yeah.
That's probably also
They're
why
good
they are
company.
shutting down, because they had so much stuff that was so much of their inventory is AR stuff, and
Yeah.
it's hard to unload, right?
Yep.
Without new ones being sold, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
And for other news item, the CCFR is filing an injunction application with the federal court to extend the amnesty for the 2020 OIC gun ban due to expire October 30th. Not that far away. Anybody got a comment on it? No?
That's an interesting one because, I'm kind of surprised that it's getting this close without the government saying something about it.
They're just going to extend it again.
Yeah, they have.
In our
Well,
booth, by the way, last minute, they're going to probably take it over.
Yeah, they have.
They're going to wait till the nth hour for sure.
My dog ate my homework. Can I get an extension?
Yeah,
Maybe
for
another
some reason.
year?
It's probably those damn conservatives why we can't take those assault weapons off our streets.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of that, right?
Not incompetence.
Yeah, no, never incompetence. And that's it. That's it for the news. We'll get into new gun stuff. Brought to you by Bullseye North. Need a new boomstick? Bullseye North is Canada's shooting superstore and a proud supporter of the CCFR, with a wide selection of guns and top trending gear for any shooter. Free shipping over $200. Some exclusions apply, like ammo. Subscribe to their weekly newsletter to get first access to the hottest deals.
Hey, Kelly.
Hi.
How was
Hey.
the liberal policy convention? That's why you're late, right?
Yeah. No, I was actually sitting in the other. I was sitting in the other StreamYard. Because this one's dated for the 13th of September. The other one is dated correctly. Anyways, I just been working on things. I'm going, what time is that? I'm going, why are the guys not here? And I'm going,
Hi,
they're
Kelly.
in the other one, which is the wrong date, by the way. You guys should be pinning out. Yeah.
This is the cool kids party, so you went to the wrong.
I just clicked on the one at the bottom of the chat.
Yeah. Anyways, wrong one, guys.
Hi,
Or wrong
Kelly.
one, Kelly. So hi, everybody.
Hi, Kelly. We're already past the This Week in Guns segment. Do you still want to bring anything up?
No, you guys can just keep going ahead. So hi, Mike. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Oh, well, I'm late as usual. So yeah.
Not as usual.
I was just working.
Yeah.
I was just working on Maple Seed stuff. I was having phone calls about this weekend and all that. I'm going, geez, why are these guys so late? Did we are we postponing this week? No, we can't be. They just put a link in the other one. So I'm just
And here you are.
par for the course. Anyways, so I did hear that you're all the way into what we didn't guns this week. Sorry,
we're
already in with
new gun stuff.
New gun stuff. So have we done the interview yet?
No.
Holy jeez, I am late. Okay.
No, you're not. We were doing a normal show. Mike's here the whole time.
Oh, okay.
So we'll get to the main topic in a bit. If you wanted to do your what you did in guns, this would be an appropriate time, Kelly.
I did a lot in guns, but nobody's
ahead.
really interested. So we're going to talk about what's new in guns because everybody's interested in that piece.
Well, I'm holding off the good stuff until later so that we can talk about it with Mike. But I'll show some stuff. I'll show some stuff because I've been looking at some stuff. Bullseye North, the thing that we're featuring this week is they have a bunch of accessories for the Tikka T3, such as the MDT ACC chassis in an FDE.
Nice.
They've got the HNT 26 in an ARCA.
Ooh.
They have the Cadex Strike Nuke Evo for the T3X. And they have that in stealth or in tan.
Very cool.
Some very nice stocks for them. Canada's Gun Store has some Templars in 5.56 in stock and ready to be shipped. We'll talk a little bit later about some of the changes they've been making in on the Templar. Some very exciting changes that address many of the things that people have been seeing as shortcomings.
Saw one on the weekend. The guy was quite happy with it.
Ran well. Cool.
Yeah, ran well.
Was it a Gen 2 or Gen 1?
He had recently acquired it.
Might be a Gen 2.
It's probably a Gen 1.
Probably a Gen 1. Okay. Mike knows. They're 2250, which, okay, yeah. Spectre Ballistics has their ST22. This is that top charger one. They are making full rifles out of them with Hogue stocks, Hogue overmold stocks, and their own barrel as well. So a nicer barrel. Mm-hmm. So it's a full rifle that's better than the stock 2022. Look, the back butt doesn't have a curve on it. Oh, look at the comb on there. Oh, the comb doesn't drop like you're shooting a black powder rifle from the 1800s. Huh, weird.
Imagine that.
I wonder why more gun companies don't do that.
That can't work.
Probably not. It would slip right off your shoulder, right? Under the heavy recoil. Cabela's has a couple of things on sale today. They have their Wild Wednesday. I want to show a couple of them. Hunting season's coming up. They've got their Cabela's V2 shooting pod. They've got a monopod for $30. Why would you want the monopod? It's half a pound, so it's pretty light. They've got the bipod for $35. That one's 1.1 pounds, basically double the weight because double the legs. And then they also have a tripod for $50. These things are inexpensive. They're not meant for probably wouldn't want to run one of these at like a PRS match or something like that. Not a PRS. Yeah, PRS, right?
Yeah,
sure. Why not? But for hunting, that would be fine. $50. Oh, and this one's 2.25 pounds. I think I'd rather just have it. Personally, I would go for the monopod, like half a pound. Hell yeah. Use it as a walking stick in the one hand, rifle in the other. And if I see a deer, just slap it on there. Or I'd go to a maple seed and learn my kneeling position. And then I just crush a deer with that. So probably that one, actually. Crush. Just like you crush bruise.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. That's after you shoot the deer in the face.
Yes. In the face and crushing. Got it.
No, that's after you get it in the truck.
The back of the truck, the tailgate party?
As long as it's in the box of the truck, then yes. But
yeah, exactly. Anyways, that's all I saw this week.
Nice.
There was some. Oh, Mo, you were saying that you found some cheap ammo, right? Who had that 350 for the Scorpio
Tenda
stuff?
had the 9mm 124 Scorpio for $350 for $1,000. So
the world's healing.
That's the cheapest I've seen. They had another brand. I forget. Was it the PMC for $380 or $385? So a couple of cheaper options.
I don't think we'll ever get back down to $200 per 1,000 for the aluminum case, but
$240 for the $230, $240 for the
brass case.
Yeah.
It's hard to use member berries when it's only like 2 or 3 years ago, but goddamn,
No,
that
it
price
wasn't that.
changed quite.
It wasn't that long
quickly.
ago. So
Mm-hmm.
okay,
Getting
we
old,
will.
Adriel.
What's that?
We're getting old. I remember when.
It wasn't that long ago.
I know.
Coming
Kelly,
to
you're
three.
muted. We can't hear you. If you're trying to talk with us. Yeah.
Kelly,
Hi, I'm back.
hi, welcome
Why are
back.
you guys ignoring me? I saw
Why
some
did it-
anger there, and
Always.
Okay, we will get on to the main topic, and for our main topic, we have Mike on to talk to us about Taccom, the Taccom show. But before we get into that, tell us a little bit about yourself, like what some of the things you're into.
you should intro him like you would like a WWF wrestler, like as you're bringing him on. Welcome to
Yeah.
the stage, Mike from Team Apex and Banyak Precision. Mike is a CCFR field officer and PRS aficionado, rimfire fetishist, and loves
Fetishist.
shooting. I don't know, something like that.
Do you want to be known as the Hammer, the Annihilator, the?
Well, we need a theme song, Mike. What's your theme song?
Ooh, that would. I don't know. We could pick so many things.
Okay, go with Eye of the Tiger then.
No,
Over
we're
the
going with
rainbow.
it's raining men and
Solid choice. Solid choice.
Something from Judy Garland, I think.
Jesus.
No?
Let's go on Notorious Cherry Bombs.
There you go.
Notorious Cherry Bombs. All right. Sounds
Nice.
better.
Nice one.
Take it away, Mike.
About me or about Taccom?
How about you first?
Why don't you tell us a little bit about you, Mike? We all know you. But
Wait,
what do you-
The viewers may not yet. So I'm Mike. I am a member of Team Apex, wonderful optics. I'm also a member of Team Banyak Precision. The three of us like to go around shooting and running our Instagram account, spreading the good word of shooting to everyone. Promote the sport, not the podium. I guess that's one way to put it.
Yeah. You're an avid podcast listener or viewer.
I'm an avid commenter in the comment section.
Yes, you are.
I'm stuck in camp a lot. I'm like, well, there's nothing to do. I'll just keep yakking in the comments. They might see something useful in there. Because I'm full of useless information, but there's only like 3 good places to apply it to anybody. So this is one of the few places I can spread.
Yeah, you're very much a active commenter, and you have a wealth of knowledge. You do. So we love having you either on the show or on the show. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm here in spirit, even if I'm not there.
Yeah.
I still like talking about myself, if that's weird, but that's why I come on
So you were at Taccom
this year. Yes, I was. Went back again.
Who are you representing at Taccom?
I was representing CCFR, so I was in the booth.
Yeah.
Nice.
Making sure memberships were done up, selling T-shirts, giving information out, doing all the fun stuff.
And how did
Go ahead.
how did it compare? You went to previous shows?
Yeah, I was at the show last year, and I went and got a bunch of pictures for Slamfire last year just so we could talk about it. Because for the guys in the West, it's kind of hard to see it. Like you can watch a video, but it's not the same as being there. So I want to try to bring more of that out because we don't really have anything to compare it to.
Thank you for going to Toronto so the rest of us didn't have to.
Yeah.
I could not believe the amount of grass that was like chest high. Like we're just walking to the restaurant. Why is the grass not cut?
Pollinators.
I don't know, but it's just like dead grass. Like this should not be here. I'm like, this is near the airport. People will see this.
And
Trying the natural look now. I don't know.
It's like green space, I guess they're calling it.
yeah, great space.
I thought they sold that.
Renaturalling or whatever.
Well, it's just spreading out and just giving you little chunks of city block and like, well, we're divesting from the one into the other.
Cool.
It's like carbon.
Yeah. So overall, how's Taccom different from past years?
It was a little bit smaller of a show, but it wasn't extremely small. Like it was still busy on Saturday. We were very busy at the CCFR booth, which is a good problem to have.
Yes,
Good.
it is.
Yeah.
I mean, Friday during the day it was slow, but everyone's at work unless you're off, and then in the evening it picked up a bit, and then same with Sunday. It was busy, and then it kind of died off towards the end. But that's every gun show you go to.
Yeah, and in terms of the number of exhibitors, I guess it would have been less than last year.
There was a couple less vendors, but the way it was spaced out, if you didn't know, you wouldn't have known that it was a smaller show. They did a very good job of it this year.
Okay.
They also had there's a big airsoft area in the back that we didn't really have last year, so that took a lot of space in the back.
Cool.
If anything, we were maybe missing like 8 booths. It seemed like, if that. Like it didn't seem like it was a massive, smaller show. It was still big.
Cool.
And most of the major manufacturers were there.
Yeah, there was a lot of people there. There was I like going to Taccom because there's people you've never heard of that will show up, and then you can actually know about interesting stuff. We were right across from Crusader, so I got to see some of their new stuff that's coming out. Leopold, Vortex, the big guys, Scorpion, with a bunch of their new stuff is really.
Scorpion Optics?
Scorpion Optics has really upped their game. I was very impressed.
Really?
Because I saw some of their stuff 3-4 years ago, and it was like middling, like Chinese scopes and that kind of thing. But maybe they've upped their game then.
They've upped their game quite a bit from what they used to have. Their lines expanded quite a bit. Also, shout out to them because they not only donated a red dot that we gave away at the CCFR booth, they donated some of their sales to the CCFR as well. So I want to shout them out for that.
Oh.
Wow.
Super.
That's fabulous.
That's cool.
Which company was that again?
That
Scorpion
was Scorpion Optics.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Huh.
Okay.
out of Manitoba. They're out of Manitoba, aren't they?
Nice.
Cool.
And at the CCFR booth, we had some other awesome sponsors. Apex, they gave us a pair of 10 of the 10x42 binoculars, which are
Which are really cool.
I love them. With and without the reticle, I just love them. Yeah, those right there.
Look at
These
that.
are the 12x50s though.
Ooh.
12 by
too big.
50 reticle.
I like 10s. No reticle on this one. No.
The reticle is where it's at.
Yeah.
I missed where 2 mils.
This one's for looking at deer.
Yeah.
Tell
Oh
me
yeah, you can't shoot. You can't shoot deer with mils. That's what I've heard.
No, doesn't work. It has to be MOA.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you mentioned you were across the way from Crusader. So, did you see something like this?
I did. Those are 7.62 by 39 Crusaders.
Okay.
And if you notice that bottom one, there's something different about it.
They didn't paint it,
No.
and it's gold.
Naked.
So the rumor with that one is you cannot buy it unless you can prove that you're some sort of cartel or dictator.
It's like America.
It's a very exclusive entry to get onto that bottom one there.
Very good. Very good.
But that one, those I think you can get those with the ACR stock or with the Goil stock for the black ones.
Real nice. Okay.
This would be the 308 Crux, which is
Ah.
their new offering coming out this year. It's basically a just beefed up version of the 223, but for 308.
Cool.
Nice. That
Looks
was
like a
interesting.
big effective break on there.
Big effective break. Like if you put a scope on that for throw trigger tech on there, that's a great deer gun right there.
Yeah.
Soon to be coming in 6.5 as well. That's
Ah.
the 308s with just the FDE, which I think looks a lot better. I'm personally bad.
I like the FDE better. Yeah.
No
Then
warlord street creds though there. People will be like, you can't take over a country. You don't have a gold or silver rifle, loser.
I can't imagine the amount of polishing it took to do that.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the same
Okay.
picture.
Chained in. Yeah. Another Crusader.
Lots of Crusader. So
Are these the
Crusader,
Gen 2s?
I think that's that's the short barrel. So what they're doing is they're just going to release a short barrel version of just the upper. And if you choose that you want to make it restricted Crusader, you have the option to make it restricted. Or just keep switching the upper every 29 days.
So on these this is the Gen 2 here?
No, that'll be a 308. That's completely its own.
Oh, right. Where were there Gen 2s? Were these the Gen? No, that was the 762 version.
Did I not get a picture of the? No, I didn't get a picture of the 2. I can talk about the 2.
I've heard they look the same. Like there's very little difference in the look.
Cosmetically, there's a little bit of difference. That side plate that was on the rifles that they're known for, that's going to be internal now, so you're not going to see it, but it's still going to be there. The magazine release is going to be changed. It's going to like a ping pong style that we're all know and love. And
fantastic. Yeah.
Recoil spring. They're going to have 3 recoil springs in it.
That seemed a little bit hokey poke to me. 3 recoil springs and 3 guide rods. Why did they give a reason why they wanted to do that?
They said in some of the testing that they did, and I think it was administrative results when he reviewed it. He said that sometimes he'd let it go and it wouldn't fly forward with enough force, and sometimes round or go into battery all the way. So with the 3 springs, it's going in there every time now.
I wonder why they didn't just use like a heavier spring profile on it.
Symmetry, maybe, I don't know. They're also the handguard on the Templar 2 is going to get milled out, so it's going to save some weight.
Well, a lot. So the Gen 1s were heavy. If you've ever held one, you're like, what the heck am I like? Why is this thing so heavy? But I heard that they're going 2.5 pounds lighter with the new one.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they also there's a new rear trunnion on it, which is aluminum steel. So because with the 3 springs, you don't need that steel back there anymore. So they saved some weight there. They milled the center of I believe it's the center or the side of the Picatinny. So they saved a bunch of weight on the handguard and pencil barrel options because everyone apparently can't carry a rifle more than 10 feet.
Ounces make pounds. Ounces make pounds.
Yeah, because everyone's going on a 30-mile ruck march with a Crusader.
Nice. Kind of a mid-profile guy myself. But...
So you'll have the option when you order them. And this is after Taccom. They'll all be Templar 2s. They're switching everything over to the Templar 2. So when you order, you'll have the option. Do you want the heavy barrel? Do you want the pencil barrel? Color, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, give me the lighter one because the gun was cool. It just needed to go on a diet, and it sounds like they put it on a diet.
Good.
I mean, when I'm used to 24-pound rifles, so that's
true. Speaking of heavier rifles,
that's a heavy caliber, but that's not a heavy rifle. That's the BCL howitzer, I guess you'd call it.
Yeah.
That thing weighs less than my gray birch in that configuration.
Wow.
And it's a 308. It's a 9-inch barrel.
That would not be pleasant to shoot, I don't think.
I can't imagine it being. I was talking to one of the guys at BCL and he says, yeah, it was not fun to test. And I
No kidding.
They fired. Well, the good news is BCL doesn't test anything, so really
Their customer base does their testing.
yeah.
Shots fired.
You'll have to have him on the show to defend him on that. I can't say anything to that, but
you know, for the price, these rifles are pretty cool. They're very inexpensive. They run big mags, and sometimes they work.
If you're backpacking, this is perfect. It's a 308. If you miss with all of that, then the bear deserves to have you.
Fair.
Yep.
But like it folds, it's nice. It's like look at it. There's nothing to it.
So short.
Wow.
This is the BCL. If you like the Siberian, get ready for some 308 out of the Siberian. This is the first prototype receiver that they've done up. So within the year, we should have a BCL and 308.
I'm liking the 308 options
Because
you can get that Norinco steel case ammo for like 80 cents a round. My 223 is like 70 cents a round, or I could shoot 308 for like 80 cents. Give me the 308. Might as well shoot the big stuff, right?
Or if you're adventurous and know a gunsmith, you could put it in 22-250.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the reason they don't do it,
Yeah.
depending how adventurous you want to get with it.
Cool.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
So what we got here, tactical imports. Sorry, they had some night vision out there, which I thought was very interesting to have at the show because I want it so badly. So yeah, that's a PVS 14. They also had Newcon, which Canadian company that a lot of people might not know about because they mainly deal with military stuff. But that's they also had one of their IR lasers there as well. I think it's the next picture. Or that is the
Cool.
Not cheap,
starting
but
price $3,999. Why don't you just say $4,000?
That's come down quite a lot from when
But-
I first started looking at night vision
That's
stuff.
not bad for night vision stuff.
No.
like that for a PVS 14. That's a very reasonable price, and it's literally buying a superpower. Like I can see at night. That's a superpower.
I just use my car headlights.
It tracks too many deer.
I want to get a night vision scope for hunting hogs.
Mm-hmm.
Just go thermal. If you're gonna do it, get thermal.
Well, yeah, fair enough.
Newcon Lam 4G, $23.99. All-in-one aiming and illumination.
So
channel.
if you want to mount your IR laser on top of your BCO, there's your Canadian option right there.
Cool.
All Canadian.
Canadian made?
I'm not sure if they're made in Canada. I know they're based in Canada.
Cool. The
This is Aloft. I don't even know how you say it.
That's
But
that the magazine
Oh,
tube
yeah.
off to the side.
Yes.
so I got to handle those. They're gonna have a shorter barrel version, and they're gonna have a 20-inch barrel version, I believe, in two different finishes. They should be coming here soon or right away in the near future. It's fun to just get hands on them because they feel kind of side heavy, but not too bad.
Yeah, and they look pretty goofy, but they do something really unique, very unique.
Mm.
My question is, what do the hunting rigs say about one of those?
Well, it's a magazine tube.
I
Yep.
guess.
Yeah, it's an attached magazine tube, no matter what. So for our podcast listeners, the Suluna Arms, Osloff or Aloft, whatever, it's a break action shotgun, but it's got this old timey tube system on it that flicks the shell. Like as you break it open, you send the shell out, and this thing pushes another shell into the way, and then you close it. So basically, you just break the action open and then close it, and it just keeps loading shells in there. Magically,
Break-action shotgun with a magazine.
Nice.
Cool.
It was very cool. And that'll be the longer barrel version of it right there.
Neat.
So more in the tube. Now we got some shorter shotguns. If everyone's interested in those, I believe that's Sulan as well.
Yeah, that's the side-by-side 12 gauge shorty one. And then there's the revolver 410.
Because everyone needs a revolver 410.
Oh yes.
That would be cool.
Fun for
Revolver
Bert.
410 shorty. That'd be fun.
Yeah, so those should be coming right away. My only problem with those revolving shotguns is if they're not timed right, your forearms tend to look like you're hugging insulation for an hour.
You get spray regardless.
Yeah.
Having shot them, you get spray. It's not deadly. It's not like lead that's going to like shred your wrist or whatever, but you're going to get like carbon and crap on you regardless what you do. Uh-huh.
So if you want to do a 3-gun stage and just never reload, here's an option for you.
Yeah, the Axe and Arms FMP. It's got a big bad drum mag on it. It's a shotgun. I saw these in June. We had some guys competing with them.
Yep.
And
cool. It's not 25 rounds, it's 30.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
You don't like
If
carrying
they
those
run-
pencil barrels around. You're gonna like this.
30 rounds of fun. Wow.
well, like it's ridiculous to actually like your arms are like this around the drum. It's absolutely ridiculous. But
Trying to pump it.
Oh yeah, I can only imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
That's a compound.
that is
a compact crossbow.
that will do 500 feet per second.
What?
Oh,
Wow.
goodness.
That was at the gravel booth, one of the distributors. I'm like, that's insane.
Raven R500. Is that what it says?
Yeah, you're saying 500 feet per second out of that.
Wow. That's hot.
Gonna shoot flat way out there.
Like that's on a bow. That's cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was neat.
Wow.
What's the crank mechanism? It's probably like built in here, eh? It's probably some
It's got the
ridiculous.
built-in. You grab the two clamp things and pull it. From my understanding.
Oh, it doesn't even have a crank on it?
No, not from what I remember. No, it's got like two little strings. You just kind of reef on them and cocks it.
Wow.
Oh wow, I'm surprised it doesn't have a crank on it.
It might have a pulley in there. Maybe those strings go onto a pulley or something like that to pull it back. Because
elaborate system of cranks and pulleys.
I imagine to get 500 feet out of that thing, you have to be like so much pound pull on that string.
Oh yeah, that's got to be a
crazy.
lot. Yeah.
Jeez.
And this is the Fix by Q they have at their booth. I just never got that close to one because I can't afford it. But I got to pick it up, model it. They're extremely well built rifles. I can see why they demand the price that they do. But
What's the brand, Mike?
Q by Fix. The
Kind
guys
of looks
that
like
made,
a Sig Cross, but
it's
weirder.
the guy that made the Sig Cross worked at Q and then went over to Sig, I believe is the story.
Ah.
But super light, very nice balance. They're only 3,400, I think.
Holy.
3,400 is not bad.
No, that's not bad.
Off the top of my head, I think it's 3,400. Don't quote me on that, but
Yeah. Well, the Sig Cross is like 4 something. So, yeah, that's not too bad.
yeah, man, that's the muzzle brake they put on there. I've never seen something like that, so I took a picture of it.
Yeah. Kind of a flash hider kind of a thing.
Yeah, RDSC has one of those.
Where was I? This one? Yes.
So this is a new company that they're just starting not only importing from overseas but manufacturing. Turning on, they have some very cool stuff. So their offerings right now, they're 870 clones. They have a police model and just a regular model, like 300 and 400 bucks, something right around there. Not crazy expensive. The other thing that they're doing is Black Aces. They're going to be bringing in some of their stuff out of the States. They have a 1301 clone, Beretta. I didn't know that.
Interesting.
A 1301.
A 1301 clone, from my understanding, from Black Aces.
How much is it?
800, I think.
Ooh, okay. You have my interest. I saw the 870 before. So did you actually see the 870 that they have?
Yeah, I didn't get a picture of it. This is one of the banners they had because I wanted to talk about these. These are some of the new and up and coming things they have.
How'd their 870 feel? What's different from it, like compared to like a Rem 700?
I mean, Remington's old, recent to late quality wasn't the greatest. They felt pretty good in the hands. I didn't have an issue with it. I'm a Mossberg.
Yeah.
But,
cool.
But some of the new things they're bringing in. So that top one they have there, that's a straight pull, 12 gauge. The second one from the bottom, or the second one, that's going to be their PC carbine. It's based off a Chinese submachine gun. That's going to the lab, I think, within the next month or two. So we should have it by next year if they play ball. And then just below that, that's another one of their 870s mag fed that they'll be bringing in. And underneath that is the tactical lever action that will be in 308.
How much is that going to be? Because a lot of the lever actions we have here right now are so expensive.
Yeah.
I want to say, I think it was 800 off the top of my head.
Okay. Yeah.
That's not bad.
And that little PCs, if it comes in, I think they're saying around 14. But that's about as close to if you want an MP5, that's about as close as you're going to get to it, probably.
Yeah. Yeah. Looks good. Cool. Smoke grenades, airsoft stuff.
No, these are flashbang grenades.
Okay.
Legit flashbang.
Is that for hunting or?
They're for airsoft, but my thought was those would make great bear bangers.
They would. And they look badass carrying them too.
The other thing, so the tag-ins, they're going to be bringing these 3 in. They're all going to be orange. It's like a polyurethane kind of foam with an explosive in it. You pull the pin, chuck it, it goes bang. I believe the smaller ones are 120 decibels, and then the bigger ones are 140.
We had some people bring them to the paintball big game this year, and we didn't allow people to use them because inevitably somebody's going to huck it into a bunker where there's somebody in the bunker and deafen them. So, yeah.
They're huge in airsoft in the States. Everyone's playing with earphones now because you have to look like an operator if they allow them. So that's cool. The smoke bomb, I keep one in my hunting pack as just like a signaling device if I need to signal something.
Good
Not
idea.
a bad. But I don't know how they approve these to be used in Canada. Other than they're going to come in a full orange foam. But they're allowed, so I'm going to buy a few cases.
That'd be fun.
Why not?
Buy some just for giggles. How hot does that smoke burn? Do you know?
No, they didn't really know, but it's kind of hard without setting it off live for now.
I guess they weren't demonstrating for the show.
Probably not.
Watch this.
They were very much not about that.
The competition booth next to them. Throw it over into their
Chuck
booth.
it in.
Watch this. It works great.
The CFO booth.
Nice.
I'm kidding. The CFO people were wonderful and they were great to be beside.
Cool.
Good to know.
Probably not the right people to piss off either.
No.
Wait, what's your name again?
No, just some more of the tag-ins. Those little grenade, the ones that look like actual hand grenades, are supposed to be coming soon, but they'll be coming in a full orange foam instead of a realistic looking one.
So you're gonna have to paint them.
No, because that goes against explosive regulations for changing stuff, and Natural Resources Canada gets mad at you.
So I'll have to paint them. Gotcha.
Yeah.
And not get caught by a cop who knows the explosive regulations very well.
Yeah.
But
Honestly,
even-
you're screwed either way. Doesn't matter what color it is.
Yeah. So if you want to do your cool guy run around LARP training, those are an option too for you.
Neat.
These are butt plugs, right? With some ammo or food in them, or
So what those are? They also make a 40 mil underbarrel launcher, but you can actually launch stuff. So
t-shirts.
the 3 grenades they have there's it's a buckshot one that's filled with pellets. The orange one is just a pure foam one. The blue one is a chalk marking round. And then that yellow one, they're not approved yet for Canada, but basically you can launch it, it will hit something and then explode.
Cool.
I like that one.
Nice.
Nice. And
That's the hunting round.
Yeah.
Flak round.
And then that's one of the launchers they had for those little 40 mil.
Neat. Oh,
Cool.
They have a little chassis you can plug that thing into, so it's a standalone launcher. Neat.
Standalone or underbarrel, you want a 203 it.
Very cool.
So this is a tactical ordnance. They do some very awesome custom shotgun work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, case is very good.
1301s, 870s. That one, the Tiger Stripe, I absolutely loved it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they used to do Versamaxes, but the supply of Versamaxes probably isn't that good with Remington, so 1301s are probably a better idea.
And the 1301's a fantastic shotgun too.
Yeah. It's a much better shotgun. Yeah.
Yeah.
all the cool kids want one.
Absolutely.
They're lighter. They shoot faster. They're so good. Well, and I clicked on the damn. It didn't register my arrow click there again. Huh? Maybe I'll just use my keyboard. Simple.
Yep. See, there's me.
We're there.
The
Proof of life.
There's the awesome CCFR stage that the CCFR sponsored. So everyone who gave a speech in front of the CCFR.
Very nice. Nice.
Yeah, just more of the
stuff from
Tac Gordon shotguns. Very beautiful. Yep. This is the new Canadian Forces sniper rifle. It's the Sacco. Off the top of my head, can't remember the name, but this is the new rifle that they'll be getting.
No more PGW. Now we run the Sacco.
Skeleton knife.
Finished stuff is good.
Very much so.
Yep, nice rifles.
Felt great. Wish I could have one.
Yeah.
You could, technically.
Price, I'm sure you can.
Yeah.
So we have some RCMP patrol carbines here.
Yeah. This was at the this is the Kodiak booth. They had their 50 caliber on display, which is so many people were just playing with it. It was great to see.
Nice.
I was lucky to get a picture of it without someone sitting behind it.
Yeah, no kidding.
Some Kodiak stuff there.
Some Kodiak, so some new stuff from Kodiak. You can now get the 7.62x39 with the Zuko.
Yeah.
As nature intended.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah. I like it. I shot one of their 181s, and aside from one issue, is pretty good. I like the sliding charging handle on the side there. Seems like beefy and easy to grab. I like the size of it. It was all really good.
I prefer side charging on this. That's the way to go, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's
Absolutely.
a good system. And this I want one of too. I don't know what the use case is, but I really do want one.
I mean, I know some girls that would fit in their purse perfectly, and no one would bat an eye.
So for our audio listeners, we're looking at a shotgun that folds in two ways, and it's a pump action shotgun too.
Yeah.
So it folds at the action, and it has a folding stock as well. So it is a small boy.
And then just for scale, I got that picture of the shotgun underneath, so you can see really how small it does fold up. It's a Canuck Enforcer, I believe.
Canuck Enforcer. What's the price on them? Do you remember? Like, is it low enough where I could just make a silly purchase, like soonish, or
anything's a silly purchase if you're brave enough. I don't believe they were crazy expensive. No, I can't remember the number off the top of my head.
Oh, I'm looking it up right now. That's why I'm waiting. I'll go to the next one while I'm doing that.
Pause for awkward silence. That's is that Tracy? I'm trying to look on my phone
Tracy?
screen. That's Tracy. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Tracy.
Yeah, that was Tracy giving a speech after Rod. Great speech. There's Rod. The other thing
how was the turnout for those?
It was Rod was the big draw for most of it. I thought Lovey would have been a bigger draw, but Rod was quite a big draw.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. Here's KDEX booth. I was drooling for most of the event. Also,
Yeah, their stuff is very sexy.
Yeah, they also had some Apex rivals on them, so shout out to KDEX for having them on there.
Nice.
Two good Canadian companies.
Yeah. I just thought that color combination was awesome with the orange and the blue.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
I like it. I like it.
KDEX is willing to Cerakote your gun for you in whatever color you would like it. So if you have something a special color that you would like, they will do it for you. It will cost you, however, they will do it for you.
Yeah, but if you're buying one, it's buy once, cry once anyways.
True.
It's a KDEX. If you can afford a KDEX, you
KDEX.
can afford a little bit extra for a paint job. You're not Karen.
Yeah, we got some more KDEX and all their wonderful chassis.
Nice.
Beautiful.
And that's on their backdrop, all the wonderful chassis they offer. They had basically everything there, including that. I think that was a 416 Barrett, that red one. It was huge. It was like 4.5 feet long.
Nice.
4.5
Go
feet
for it,
long,
man.
and you can't have it in Canada.
Oh boy.
And this is the Kraken. I've never seen the actual tooling that comes with it. That's the you can change the caliber, change the bolt, and everything.
Oh,
But that's the tooling that comes with it for
wow.
changing your barrel.
Okay.
I mean, if you're into ELR or anything like that, you're going to burn your barrels out. So it is nice to get some extra gear with the gun to be able to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I've just never seen that before. It was cool to see. So it's not just a guy in a garage with a bench vise.
Just a pipe wrench. Pipe wrench works on everything.
Yeah.
Pipe works.
Sure.
And then we had at Silva's booth. North Silva brought out basically if you could own it, they had it there. So we had some friends there.
Yeah. Looks like some Bren 2s. Little shorties, 11-inch.
I like the 11-inch. I'm a fan.
I
This
like
is
it too. I want a little bit more velocity. I'd love like a 14.5 or a 16-inch barrel.
Yeah.
I like it, but I'm never, ever going to buy a restricted rifle.
Yeah. That's for most people.
I've
yeah.
learned my lesson.
This was a promo going on for CZ, but I couldn't make the show last week because I was driving where there was no service, so it doesn't help anybody.
I thought it's still on. Oh no, September 1st to 15th. They might
Nope.
have something else on right now.
They might have extended it, I think, or did it done from promo.
Yeah, promo. Friend too.
And if you want to spend $6,000 on a 22, you can look at this 452 anniversary edition.
That's the top one, right?
Yeah, it's the top one. The gold.
I hope so.
Again, for the Middle Eastern warlord who wants to do a little plinking.
That's for the dictator in training.
Dictator in training. I think
Work your
that's
way
it.
up to the gold AK.
Are there
Yeah.
gophers in the desert?
Sure, I'm
That's
sure
gotta
they
be
have.
something you shoot. Peasants or something. I don't
Yes,
know.
that was the last one.
That was my last one.
Yeah, cool.
And there was more, but I didn't get pictures of all of it because I'd either go to the booth and talk to the people, or I'd run and like, hi, click, buy.
So, any guns that you're gonna buy?
That Templar 2 is probably going to be not on the list.
Impressed you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm hopeful. You know, with one of these Canadian manufacturers is going to crack the code and get like a decent, not heavy 180 variant that's actually reliable. And as soon as one of the manufacturers does that, they're going to win all the business.
We're still in the Model T age of 180s, though.
True. Good point.
Everyone's like, oh, the AR-15. It's had 60 years of runtime plus.
That's true.
And when they first came out, some guys hated them because they said you didn't have to clean them. And they started jamming.
Yeah. I'd rather go back to my DI days.
I miss
Yeah.
my
Pistons are
ARs.
overrated. Pistons are overrated.
I'm actually surprised no one else has done a DI gun. Like, there's just not that many DI guns out there.
I think it's riskier, right? Like Raven was the first one to try, and I think most everyone else is just like worried that it's risky.
Yeah.
That double folding shotgun, I found it's not as expensive as you think it is.
How much?
Okay.
Bullseye North has them for $500.
No.
Double folding.
All right.
Okay, so when are you getting that?
We'll see that on the show next week then, Adriel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff, Adriel.
See, if they had that so it just hinged at slight angles so it passed the pistol grip.
Yeah, like folded out, like twisted, and then folded
Yeah.
flat. So nice and
It's cool
flat.
that it's a pump, though. What's the tube capacity? 3-inch chamber. 4+1 or 2+1? I guess there's two different barrel lengths. 18.5-inch barrel. No, I want a shorter barrel. Anyways, neat.
It's interesting. I am enjoying all the different designs that people are coming up with. That's one of my favorite things about guns is just that there's like everything that you could ever imagine somebody's making, and a lot of stuff that you've never imagined. Humans are so ingenious. I love it.
When people put roadblocks in your way, that's when people's ingenuity comes out. That's all.
Yeah.
Roblox?
Roadblocks, yes.
Roblox.
Roadblocks. When the government
Get in here,
comes up
Adriel,
with
quick. Kelly just got cool.
things. What?
Kelly just got cooler.
When the world puts Roblox in your way, design a Roblox game. Richard is saying, you're telling me I didn't win a decent and reliable start on a 180 with that receiver? The lower receiver is fine. That's not where you're going to get any of the issues. The issues you're going to get are going to be in the piston, where depending on what system you get, and the charging handle, potentially, depending on what kind of upper system you get. Those are where there's never been an issue in the lowers. The lowers are fine.
Yeah.
Some had out of spec magwells. And you can like over insert mags and that kind of thing. Some of them have that issue, but I think that's been more or less resolved. That's actually one issue I didn't have in that BCL. I was not able to like over insert mags in it. It was fine.
That's one bonus, I guess.
Yeah, one positive. Yeah.
Maybe just make a list of things that went right.
I did. So I put an article out, and on the article I got like pros and cons. Like the big con is the reliability. Well, there's lots of pros to that rifle. I think once they've got the reliability fixed, if they get the reliability fixed, I think the gun's is a really compelling buy at the price point it's at. Yeah, it's more expensive than some of the other ones out there, but it's cooler in a couple of different ways that are real, right?
And it's actually not hideous. Like it's not.
That's a real selling point. It's not hideous. Not hideous.
So many of them, like at the back here of the rifle, it looks terrible. This one's like nice and smooth. Like the lines on it are good.
Yeah,
it's sleek on there, and like the two-tone looks good. Yeah.
Well, do you think that if you just worked at that, you could get that reliable, or does it need new parts?
Well, I don't know what's going on with the BCG. I'm not going to have it long enough to know. We'll put it that way, because this is that loaner rifle, and I gotta drop it off on like this weekend, so I'm not gonna have it long enough.
Yeah, you can't really modify it at all for that test, can you? It's supposed to be
factory. Yeah. Whereas with my own MCR, like I have done some shit to it, and played home gunsmith. That's one positive with the 180s is you get to play home gunsmith and learn a lot.
Get to, yes.
Well, if I look at most of my rifles,
I like the positivity.
I think most of my rifles I've dicked with in one way or another, like pretty badly. My MCR a lot. That Norinco at 522, it's pretty heavily pretty much everything on this wall has been modified in some way.
It's been Adrielized. That's what it's been. Yeah. You'll go after it.
The literally. Axis, the Savage Axis, I put the M Carbo trigger on it. That's it. I think that's the last. Oh, my milsurps I haven't really modified, like my Mosins and that kind of thing. I haven't really modified those. Just cleaned them up and kept them as is. But
the problem I have.
Well, there's modifying, but then there's having to do work to them to make it reliable.
Yeah.
My SVT-40 is not reliable. There's no way I would shoot that in a competition. I would shoot my SVS
like
or something else.
80 years old.
My Mosin still runs. that design's older. That design's from the 1880s.
Yeah, it's probably never fired and only dropped once.
Stored in like horrible conditions, and
it's perfect.
Its historical significance is that it sat in a warehouse long enough for you guys to buy them as surplus.
That is kind of interesting. Yeah, the fact that you can get a rifle from World War I or World War II. And it doesn't cost like a whole bunch. You can get something that's like older than your great grandparents is kind of interesting.
Yeah. Russian's the only real cheap surplus out there because they just made so many of them. So many.
Well, the Italian, you can get I have a Carcano from 1901. It cost me $300.
Oh, that's right. You mentioned those. Somebody brought them in.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not really war surplus. Not like the Italians were at war with anyone. They just lost a lot.
A lot. Yes.
We like fascism. Actually, we're losing. Now we don't like fascism.
Which side did we get the participation medal from?
Both.
Let's move on.
Depends on the day.
I think that was the last picture. But
Mo, you are muted.
Any other countries or We want to insult.
Yeah.
over here.
Anybody else you want to pick
I'm
on?
happy to insult all of them if possible.
Yeah.
Just so it's evenly spread around. We get the hate mail from everyone.
Equal opportunity.
It's
Yes.
true.
Excellent. Mo,
Not
the Italian. Would you like to actually?
See. Thanks, Mike, for recapping the whole show. That was great stuff. We will get into listener feedback. I will read the first email. Hello, all. I listened to an episode a little over a year ago and got the bug to listen. With my very long drive to and from work, 10 to 12 hours each way, I've almost listened to all the past episodes. I'm currently on episode 494. I have a couple questions. Adriel and Kelly, have either of you compared the accuracy of a V-Block 1022 to a gray birch with the threaded barrel? Kyle, I heard about your auto lifter in your M2. I have a Benelli M4 clone that I'm considering putting an auto lifter in. What issues will I encounter if I do, or is it not advisable to do? Thank you, Josh. Thank you for listening, Josh. Question one.
I haven't
V-Block.
compared. Like for Kelly, you're muted again. Like practical accuracy wise for Maple Seed, we're like you're not going to be more accurate than the rifle. Long story short, unless you have like a really bad rifle or a rifle that doesn't like the ammo. So we don't.
Call me. Anyways, go ahead.
I shot a 236 with some golden bullet, like Remington golden bullet. Like
Yeah.
you do not need a good rifle and good and of my last Maple Seed, 2 people shot riflemen with just loner rifles, just bog standard with super crap scopes on them, and they were fine.
Yep, true story.
Not super crap, but pretty crap.
Pretty crappy.
Somebody shot rifleman with my stock 1022 with a 1980s Casco scope on it.
Love it. Yeah. So no, I haven't compared the difference. I wouldn't know. Like, I think the big difference between a V block and the threaded barrel is the threaded barrel will not droop. So whatever, like if you get a rail on that thing, you will get the MOA you want out of that rail. Some of the V block barrels will droop quite a bit, and then they like droop down. You lose some of your MOA. You might be able to adjust for it, might not be able to adjust for it. You might have to shim it with some beer can stock.
I've heard of that, Adriel. Speaking of doing some work on your rifles. Yeah. So my gray birch. Yeah, pretty accurate rifle, but we also have those other standard loner 1022s. Somebody this past weekend shot a rifleman score with the loner rifle that I have with the crappy scope on it. So yeah.
They're fine. It's
They're
25
fine.
meters. You're not like
5 yards.
Yeah, you're shooting a black square or whatever. You know, it doesn't matter.
Everybody who has attended a Maple Seed that actually hasn't scored rifleman is now going to throw a pop can at you or at the radio. Now that you said that, you know that, right?
Including somebody that's
or their beer.
Including somebody that's on the show right now.
His initials Mo.
Mo, if you want to borrow my Narenko bolt action,
I'm with FU and the horse you rode in on.
I told you. You're welcome to use my. No, you burned. You burned something.
All right. Second part of the
auto lifter.
The auto lifter. Kyle.
Assuming it's a true clone, really the only issue you would have is you're gonna have to run a heavier mag tube spring than you normally would. Like people, if you don't have an extension, you run factory, you're probably fine. But if you're running an extension and you're tuning it so that for really nice light loading, you're gonna have to run it heavier. Like in my 12 round tube, I don't trim springs anymore.
Run full length. Yeah.
And even then that's pushing it. Like, yeah, I don't trim any springs it's 12 rounds. I can't remember what it is plus, but it's like +7 or something like that. +7 or 8.
Well, his M4 is not going to have a whole big
No, it's not.
Anyways.
No, if you got but you're just keep in mind you're probably still you're still gonna be trimming it to a spring, but you're gonna have to run a heavier mag tube spring for that auto lifter to operate properly.
I just remembered one thing that we failed to mention about the show. Probably the most practical product. One of our listeners just mentioned it here, so I'll pull it up. It's this one.
Oh yes.
Wow.
Strobe light.
Awesome.
They-
Match my
Underglow.
PC. Match my PC case. Sweet.
I like it.
They
Say, I
left
would
the
do
show
that.
very
Yeah.
quickly.
I do that. I just do it because it's
that, Mike?
stupid.
They left the show very quickly every night, so I couldn't get over to talk to them, even though they were right across the road from us.
So I talked to Jennifer, and it was just some guy who was like mucking around with an Arduino and got it going. He's like, yeah, well, it's a prototype, and they just like got it going, kind of thing. And he said that they tried shooting it to see if it would like stand up to some heat from shooting and that kind of thing, and it did.
Nice.
I like it. I like all that kind of like nerdy.
Yeah.
What's that?
Can you describe what it is for the people who are actually listening as opposed
Yes.
to viewing?
Underglow
Imagine,
for your
like,
rifle.
Yeah, imagine Underglow, but like inside the forend, and
Yeah.
it like pulses with like different colors and moves
Different
around
colors.
and that kind of thing. And
Sweet.
it's all the bling.
It's perfect for Pride Month.
Correct.
I guess it can't be a scary black rifle if it looks like that, right?
Looks like
Well,
a
how-
drift disco.
If you got the rainbow going, how can they give you crap? They're
Yeah.
they're trampling on your rights.
I'm wondering if you can, I wonder if you would be wearing a unicorn, costume and shooting.
Unicorn onesie and carrying that thing during a match.
You
Freaking epic.
Yeah.
Where does one get a unicorn one?
Oh,
great.
Amazon.
Everywhere.
Amazon. Oh yeah,
Duh.
I'll send you one.
Where Adriel orders his shell caddies from?
You know the
Little cat
T-shirt
ear.
with a unicorn on it, and they're going, "Ba-da-ba-da."
Yeah.
Pew, pew.
All right,
Okay,
then.
we all need to go to. We all need to order unicorn onesies.
All right, let's do it. Future show.
Let's do it.
We got another letter. This one's from Tony. It's a long one. Good evening, Slamfire crew. Last week I attended the Maple Seed hosted by Rick and Peter at my home range, the BTSA. Missing Adriel for the second time as he heads up to Fort Mac. Maybe I will see him in person the third time. It was a great day with great weather, and Rick is a great instructor, funny too. Since I mentioned that I shoot PCC semi-competitively, I was addressed as Tony the door kicker for the rest of the day. Peter was a great help as well. He drove all the way from the Nelson, BC area and stayed extra days to help another rimfire event over the weekend. But it is unfortunate to report that I am no longer a qualified rifleman. Likely the only Maple Seed shooter to lose their qualification in less than 1 year. Disappointed in no one but myself, I was only able to achieve a score of 209 or less on the last MQT, while being graded with
close.
much leniency. In reality, it is a score in the 180s. Well, I like the honesty. We ran the last MQT from stage 4 to 1. On the last stage, the standing stage with my Savage 822 FV SR and Federal Auto match, there was a double feed. I quickly dropped the magazine and pulled out another full mag for an emergency reload, but I was unable to count the amount of shots on target already, resulting in 2 extra shots on target, in my case costing 3 points. My guess would be my 223 bolt action gave me a tiny edge in the terms of precision and squeezed me into rifleman class, but just barely. The 100% reliability also doesn't hurt. I don't think I'll ever arrive at the elite rifleman status, but you can be sure I will try to qualify again next time. Since I won't be able to attend a live show today, I will see you in the YouTube comment section. Good night to the crew and Adriel and the camping gear guy. Please sign my petition to rebrand Adriel's channel. Best regards, Tony.
The camping gear guy. He changed it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you notice?
Good stuff.
One of the other guys on Thursday night mentioned it as well. He's like, it's kind of like watching your YouTube and sleeping. And I woke up and I was like, what the hell? I'm like 15 minutes into like a video about about a trailer.
Would you
I'm
take
gonna.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I was going to give a quick tip. Instead of bringing a magazine to the line, bring a couple of rounds. So if one is a dud, you can keep count. Because if you do fire a couple extra rounds, we always
There's
say
time
that.
for it too. Standing, it's
don't
totally time for
don't
it.
take an extra mag. Just take a couple extra rounds. That's it.
Just have a little match saver on top there.
Yeah. A 22 match saver.
Spend 15 minutes trying to pry the shell out. Damn it, get out of there.
Yeah. So just take a couple extra rounds.
So if you shoot a
But-
Remex to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. We will get into Kyle. Do we have any YouTube comments?
Yes, we have 4 of them. And
Quattro.
they are all from. Actually, we have 5. Sorry. They're
Cinco.
all from Eddie.
Oh, jeez.
Well, the first one was on episode 520, IPSC Nationals recap. And he says, I've never had any luck with my Lyman ultrasonic cleaner. I originally bought it hoping it would be a better clean with less work. Turns out the opposite. I'm going back to my tumbler. And
Both.
it sounds like he's
terrible
doing
for-
brass.
Yeah,
You
for
need-
brass, it's
Do
a
both.
waste of time.
Yeah.
And he says the rest of them are all in episode 521. Summer sabbatical. Hope you're all rested up. And he was on a target shooting team called Gas Holes.
I like that name.
Yeah.
Oh, what did you come up with? What did you come up with for the name there, Adriel?
I haven't.
You guys
What's it called?
haven't. I like assholes. I mean, gasholes.
We like you too, Kelly. Thanks.
I'll float him. I'll float it by him.
Let me enunciate. Gas.
Yes.
Horse.
Gas hole.
I'm enjoying making you laugh tonight and almost die. This is hilarious, Kelly.
And he says, whoa, that was an unsafe stage. They could have installed railing and connected the platform so competitors won't fall off and still have them shoot standing on a slanted base. And that was that interesting IPSC stage from, what was that? Ontario Provincials or what? That was just a level 3 match.
It was a level 3. It was at,
Yeah.
I think it was East Elgin that it was at, or it was the Guelph.
Peterborough.
No,
No.
it was at East Elgin, I think.
Okay. And then he says, OIC verdict now, get it over with.
Oh, that was on the debate whether people wanted
Yeah.
to actually have the OIC verdict now or
Okay.
Just
Later.
never know, or if they want to know now, yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Kyle. If you go to our website, you'll find a Cabela's link. And if you use that link, it'll help support the show. And what's wrong?
Nothing. Keep going.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it helps support the show. And then we'll read off once a month, we read off all the purchases.
what you bought.
What's
What you bought. We'll read off what you bought, and
what
then
you bought?
we'll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just heard butt. I just heard butt. Sorry.
Should I say it now, or do you have to guess what I bought?
What did you buy?
I bought a case
At
of
that-
Nationals and then one of them little flashbang targets that apparently don't last if you hit them.
Oh,
Okay.
Cool.
Let's see how long it lasts.
If you'd like to support the show, you can do so through Patreon and Player. If you'd like to send us an email, it's at slamfireradio@gmail.com, and we'll read your letter on live. We'll get into the shoutouts. Kelly.
hey, Mike, for traveling all this way to Toronto and filling in for me at the CCFR booth. Thanks so much for doing that.
No problem. I missed you.
Oh, I know. I missed you guys too. I was up to a couple of things, so I wasn't able to come. I'm just giving you that, but I actually was doing some stuff, but I wasn't able to come. But next Taccom, if there is a Taccom, hopefully there is a Taccom. Hopefully we'll get a favorable OSC.
She was door knocking for the Liberals.
Um,
That's what
No.
she's doing.
no,
Closet liberal.
probably not.
You have a moment. to
Shut
hear
up,
the
you guys.
word
Go
of
away.
our Lord and
I'm gonna hang up on you all.
She heard Justin was single and she was ready to mingle, as they say.
Savior.
Oh?
Those talks.
A rare burn from Mo. Solid, though.
Apologies.
Did you guys all see? Speaking of which, just an aside, did you all see the meme with Justin, and it was the fake Tinder ad for Justin? It was like
Yeah.
love, long walks on the beach, looking for a new woman to join my cabinet of love. No Alberta checks.
Love it. Love it.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
Uh,
I got a shout out for if you're looking for a nighttime brutality match, that thing just opened.
Mm.
Kind of northern BC. So if you're in northern Alberta or northern BC, that'll be at Prince George, November 25th and 26th, I think. It's not practice score. Shoot at night, shoot with nods or flashlights or what have you. So check that out.
okay. Kyle?
Shout out to everyone who came out to the match on Saturday and helped set up and tear down.
Nice. Dave?
Speaking of brutality, there's supposed to be a brutality match of some sort at Guelph Rod and Gun, somebody was telling me about, but I don't see it on their calendar. So if anybody knows about that, let me know. It's supposed to be coming up soon. Shout out to Scott from Walters Falls. Met him a while ago. He's dating a good friend of mine. Super nice guy. Shoots a lot of stuff. So very cool. And to Chris W. Sporting Rifle in the comments for labeling my sheet at CQC as Rainbow Dave. So that made me laugh when I saw that. Saw the score come up on CGN.
Nice. I think that's
Mike,
Mike.
do you have any shout outs?
Mike, Kelly.
Mike.
I got a few quick ones. I'll thank all the sponsors that gave stuff for the CCFR booth. So we had Apex, they gave us the Summit Binos. Scorpion, they gave us the Red Dot. Trigger Tech gave us 350% off certificates for Trigger Tech. So that was very
Nice.
Oh, that's nice.
I didn't even get to talk to them. I was so busy.
Mhm.
Vortex, they also gave a set of binos as well. So shout out to all them
I saw that they give those away too.
for the CCFR. So shout out to them.
Yeah.
Good. That's it.
That's
Nice.
it.
Thanks, Mike.
No problem.
And we'll wrap up. Join our Discord server. Watch us on Facebook, YouTube, and Player. Join the CCFR. Very, very important. And see you next week. Good night, everybody.
Later.
Good night, everybody.
Night.
Buenas noches.
See, we are multicultural.
Buenos Aires.
We should apply to like heritage